We are down to the last question on the front side of our review sheet number 5. Question number 94. Estimate the depth D of the submarine. So we're looking for this side right here. Depth is labeled as variable D. We got a submarine in the water. We have a right triangle drawn from the submarine to, sorry, not a submarine. Sorry, it looks like a battleship or some kind of a freighter or something. And it has a right triangle drawn to a submarine below using trigonometry to figure out the depth of the submarine or how far away it is horizontally from this particular ship. And they've given us a known angle measure, a known side length, and we know it's a right triangle. This is clearly a trig problem. So the first thing we write is SOHCAHTOA. SOHCAHTOA, and let's use that later to figure out which trig ratio we're going to use. Okay, let's pick our reference angle. I'm going to go ahead and label these angles B, C, and we'll use capital D down here. We know our reference angle. Our reference angle is going to be angle B because that's the angle that we know. Next step is to go ahead and label the names of our sides. Let's do that now. This is always going to be the hypotenuse because it is the side that's the longest side or the side that's across from the right angle. Side BC is the side adjacent to angle B, and side CD is the side which is opposite of angle B, which tells us, class, we're looking for opposite. That is the side we want to know, the side with the variable D, or the depth of the submarine. So there's our reference angle. We have labeled our sides. Let's go ahead and figure out which trig ratio we're going to use. So the first question is, how did I write that before? Okay, our known side. So what is our known side? My E's are terrible, you guys know that. What is our known side? Well, it is the hypotenuse. We know that's 500 meters. So we're going to underline hypotenuse and hypotenuse. And the next question is, which side do we want to find? So find side. We want to find side CD, which is opposite. We'll underline the O in SOHCAHTOA. And we have seen that we are selecting the trig function sine, the sine function. So let's go ahead and write our equation now. Sine of angle B, which is 30 degrees, is equal to, well, sine is opposite over hypotenuse. The opposite is the side we don't know. I'm going to label that as D. And the hypotenuse is 500 meters. Well, we need to get D, the variable D by itself, and the way we get rid of a denominator in a fraction is to multiply by its reciprocal, or in this case 500. That's going to cancel the denominator and cancel our multiplier, but we have to remember whatever we do to one side of the equation, we do to the other. It's going to be 500 times sine of 30. So we can see that D is equal to 500 times the sine of 30 degrees. Let's go ahead and figure that out. I'll clear this. We've got 500 times the sine of 30 degrees, and that is equal to exactly 250. So we've just figured out that the value of D is exactly 250. Our unit of measure here is meters. So the depth of this submarine is 250 meters.